Hi guys, and welcome to 123 My IT's video on the Samsung Galaxy S5 mobile phone. This is a 5.1 inch mobile phone and comes with a fingerprint scanner, heart rate monitor, 16 megapixel camera, and is IP76 certified. So this means you can hold it under 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes, and we'll test that later in the video. Okay, and if we turn over and have a look at the back of the phone, you'll see here that I've got the international model, which is the SM-G900F, and you can also, other people might actually have the G900H model, and I'll show you the difference. The difference is this one is actually a 2.5 gigahertz quad processor, which is the Snapdragon processor, but some other people out there might have the Econos version, which has a 1.9 and a 1.3 processor. If we have a look here as well, we've got the IP6, which is water and dust resistant, which we mentioned before, smart remote. We've got the LTE up the top there, the full HD Super AMOLED 5.1 inch screen, the 16 megapixel camera, which I mentioned before, GPS, and the 2800 milliamp hour battery. Now, not mentioned on here is this model also comes with 2 GB of RAM standard. You have a storage of 16 gigabytes, and you can actually upgrade it if you wanted to with the SD card to 128 gigabytes. So my international model actually came with 2 separate boxes. So if we have a look at this one here. Okay, there's an international Australian size USB power plug, and if we wanted to open this one up and see, the box actually looks like 2 blocks of wood, which is a nice touch. Open it up there, and we just lift it out with the tab across the top. Pop that one aside for a second, and let's see what we got in the box here. So, exclusive rewards and privileges for you. My life powered Samsung Galaxy S5. And so it's just some promotional documents. And as you can see here, I've got the SM-G900F model, which we talked about before. And there's some warranty information there. Some more stickers. Little tab here which we can lift up. Okay, so you can actually see my model is probably this is a British plug, so it looks like this one is actually due to go to Europe or the UK. Pop that aside. And what else do we have? Okay, we've got the earplugs with the built-in microphone. And you can change more earplugs, so you can actually change the earpieces around. Alright, we've got a USB, micro USB cable for powering the mobile phone, and again we've got our battery there, our 2800 milliamp hour battery. Okay, and that's it, nothing else in there. If we take a look at our phone here, and we turn it over, and we take the plastic off the back, just peel it off like so. Okay, back actually is already off, so you can put your battery in here, and we'll do that in a second. We have a look at the bottom, no plastic around there, and we've got a tab at the front which we can also take the plastic off. Now, as you can see, I've got the black model here, and it's got a kind of a weave pattern across the back of the phone. If we take off the cover, and we'll put the battery in now, but you can see on the cover there it's got this water resistant, dust resistant seal, and that's what keeps the water out. That's the IP76 certification that it has. Alright, and if we bring that up a little bit closer, you can see this is where we put in our micro SD card and our SIM card slot. There. We're going to pop the battery in and put the back right. Just make sure it's flush all the way around. So we've got the Samsung plugged in there and it's charging, and you might have seen the little battery coming there with the little charging effect coming from the port where we've got it plugged in the bottom there. It's a nice touch. And just a reminder as well that this model also comes in different colours, so you can get it in a white, a blue or a gold version. We've got this one in the black at the moment. I'm going to try starting it up for the first time. Okay, Samsung Galaxy S5 powered by Android. Little blue light coming up the top there. Alright, so you can see it comes up with United Kingdom. Alright, okay, start. Alright, insert SIM card. Next. Alright, we've got our Wi-Fi, so I'll just set that up real quick. Okay, so I've got that set up now and we just want to hit next. Date and time, so make sure that looks pretty much right. We'll go next. Alright, we understand the terms and agreements. Let's go consent to using data, no thanks. Alright, go next. Right here it says, do you have a Google account? I'm going to decline just for the time being. Just go no. And make it Google. Okay, we can get an account or we can go not now. So I've got an account but I'm not going to put it in right now, so I'm going to go not now. Alright, allow apps, get more relevant information and to improve your location, so we'll just go next. Okay, this phone belongs to, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, and last name can be my IT. Okay, done. Alright, we just want to skip the Samsung account for the time being. Skip drop blocks. Alright, that's going to be our device name. So we're just going to go finish. Alright, so it says for protection against water, check the back panel is properly on. So let's just do that real quick. We did that before, but we'll just make sure that it's all solid all the way around. Okay, perfect. Now if we go in and just check real quick what the settings version is using, and we've got the new layout here of Android 4.4. Let's go down and check about this device. Okay, and you can see there it's Android 4.4.2. We have a look at the back of the phone. We've got the 4G logo there, along with a slot for your loudspeaker, and the cover is what Samsung call modern glam. So this is a black cover, but it has this modern glam feel to it. It's quite nice. The Samsung logo as we go further up the phone, and then at the top we've got our 16 megapixel camera. Below that we've got a LED flash here, a heart rate monitor, which also includes an LED light. If we turn it on its side, you can see that the camera actually pokes out, sticks out a little bit from the phone itself. If you look around the side here, we've got our volume up and down button. And around the side is actually made from a silver chrome plastic. So it's not aluminum. If we have a look at the bottom, we've got our mic pinhole there, and our USB 3 port, which you can also plug in USB 2, and that little latch just kind of goes back on like that. Okay, and if we keep moving around, we've got our power button on the side here, and at the top of the phone we've got our headset or earphones jack and then another microphone pinhole there, and we've also got the IR reader there as well. Have a look across the top of the phone. We've got our two sensors here. So one is an ambient light sensor and the other is a proximity sensor, and we've got our front-facing camera which does 1080p video. If we take a look at the bottom of the phone, we now have a recent apps button, a home button, and our back button. And this home button is actually it's a fingerprint scanner as well. So if we swipe down, it will actually recognize our fingerprint and it will open the phone. And I'll show you a bit later in the video how to set that up. So click on it again, it's locked, and then we just swipe our finger and it gets us into the phone. Okay guys, so just to give you an idea of the size of the Galaxy 5S, it is a 5.5 inch, and the older model of the iPhone 4S is a 4.5 inch size. Around the side, they're roughly the same, and on the back you can see the iPhone is much smaller than the Galaxy. Okay guys, so I just want to show you how to set up the fingerprint scanner. So if we just log into the phone, it doesn't come with the fingerprint scanner set up by default, so you have to log into the phone, go into apps, then go into settings. Okay, go down to fingerprint scanner. Alright, press on Fingerprint Manager, just hit OK when that button comes up, and then what you have to do is you have to actually start to kind of scan your finger by, or registering your finger by pressing here and then going through and swiping it. Alright, once you swipe it, it'll come up and it'll ask you for a password, so I'm just going to put in 123 my IT and continue and confirm it. 123 my IT. Alright, click OK, and what we now want to do is press on screen lock and then go fingerprint. Okay, so now that should activate our fingerprint. So if we now lock the phone and then go to unlock it, you can see now we've got this swipe pattern here, and if we swipe our finger, it will actually unlock the phone. And if you're one of these people that likes to say, let's say we hold our phone on the side and you want to be able to swipe down, as you can see it doesn't allow you to swipe down with your thumb. So let's go back in, recognize, go into apps, go into settings, and then we go into Fingerprint Manager, and you'll have to swipe your finger again so that you can get access to creating another finger swipe. And we want to press on the plus symbol up the top, just press on OK again, and if you hold your phone however you would want to unlock it, so for example if you wanted to slide your thumb across like that, okay, and we want to do it all the way along. Okay, so now it's got two fingerprints. Okay, and we just want to go back and we want to lock the screen, and then we want to swipe our thumb. Recognized. The other app I want to show you guys is the S Health app, and this allows you to use the heart rate monitor on the back of the device to tell you how fast your heart is beating, or it's a heart rate monitor. So if we put our finger over the back there and we press start, okay, you can see that my heart rate is at 115 beats per minute. Let's try it again. Okay, 105 beats per minute. Okay, and the next feature I want to show you guys is ultra power saving mode, and if we do a down swipe and then scroll across to it, and then we've got this mode here, so it says U power saving, so ultra power saving. We want to press on that one and it brings up this ultra power saving mode. Okay, and you can see here our battery percentage is 98%, and when ultra power saving mode is turned on, it will actually estimates the time. Okay, so it says estimated standby time, which is 12.2 days. Okay, and then below that it gives you just a rundown of what's going to happen. So it says here, change the color of your screen to grayscale, so it goes black and white. Restrict application usage, only essential applications, those selected by you. Turn off mobile data when the screen turns off, and turn off connectivity features such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Okay, so we're just going to go OK on that, and you can see it change slightly there. Right, it just says enabling ultra power saving mode. Okay, so we're now in ultra power saving mode, and you can see it's just black and white or grayscale, and at the top there it says save power with a simple home screen and access limited to a number of access to a limited number of apps. So we've got our phone, we can make phone calls there and it comes through with the phone. We've got our messages, so you can still read your email and everything like that if you have email set up. Internet, so we can go to Google. Now I had to actually go in and turn on the Wi-Fi. Let's say if we wanted to do a search, you can see there it's got no connection. So we have to actually go in and turn on the Wi-Fi. So if we scroll down, go into settings, go into Wi-Fi, and then turn the Wi-Fi back on. Okay, so and then it will connect to my Wi-Fi there. So if we go back into the internet, go back, and let's just say we wanted to go to 123myIT website, and there you go, so the website comes up. You can actually add in, these other buttons here are to add in apps, so I've already added in the calculator, but if you press on it, you could add in a clock, or if you press on it again, you could add in Google+, and then below that it gives you the percentage of your battery, so 97% and estimated max standby time. So pretty useful feature. If you wanted to go back out of that, all you need to do is press on your settings buttons here, and then press on disable ultra power saving mode and press OK. Okay, and then it would just flick back to the way that you had your phone previously. Okay guys, so the next thing I want to show you is we'll just go through the home screen. So up the top here you've got the time and date and temperature, and then down below that you've got the Google search bar. So if you say OK Google, it will actually do a search for you and you can search the net. You also got your apps down the bottom here, you've got your Google apps in here as well, so you can go in there and start any of your Google apps. You've got your settings, you can change your colours across the top if you wanted to change your colours. You can also change that name in there as well. So if we go back, you can pinch in and out, so if you want to pinch in and out of the home screen, you want to change your home screen to a different one, you can press this icon across the top there. So if we go back now, it will actually go back to our normal home screen. You can pinch in again, swipe across and set our home screen again. So our home screen is now the default one that will come up. Go back into the home page, and across the bottom here we've got wallpapers, widgets and home screen settings. So I won't go through all of those, but you can actually slide these across as well. And under your home screen settings you'll have transition effect, and under here you have none, card stack or 3D rotation. You also got My Magazine you can turn on or turn off. If we go back to the home screen, My Magazine, you swipe across and you can actually set what feeds you want to be able to read or get incoming feeds to. If you want to set them, you can click on the settings button up the top and press settings. Okay, and then you can see here, so I've got arts and culture ticked, I've got business ticked, and I've got noteworthy. So let's take those ones out. Let's take that one. Let's just stay with news, science and technology. Take off music. Let's say I wanted to add in YouTube, could add in YouTube, and if we go back, alright, you can see that it's coming up now, and if I want to tap to get started in my YouTube, I would have to log in, and you can see there that it will now load my YouTube feed. Alright, and if I wanted to scroll through it, I could go through and read and watch anything on YouTube that I wanted to watch in my feed. We scroll down at the top, and if we press this settings button, which will show you a full screen of all the devices on the phone as well as apps. Okay, and I'll just go through those real quick. So you've got Wi-Fi, location, which is your GPS, you've got your mute button, screen rotation, Bluetooth, mobile data, download booster, U power saving, multi-window, toolbox, smart stay, sync, NFC, screen monitoring, Wi-Fi hotspot, smart pause, power saving, blocking mode, flight mode, car mode, private mode, and touch sensitivity. If we go back and on our screen here we swipe down again, and we've got Quick Connect, which allows you to connect to any other devices that you might have, any other Samsung devices in your home, or printers, wireless devices, so on and so forth. So it says here, open Quick Connect from any screen to view a list of all nearby devices. You can connect your device to them or allow them to connect to your device. Okay, and then you would just go through next, and you would set that up, set up your printers. We scroll back again, and we've got S Finder. So S Finder is kind of like a search. We'll search everything on your phone. We'll search the internet as well. So let's just say I wanted to type in 123 MyIT and do a search on that. Okay, and there you go. It's brought up my web history. So recently I've been to the 123 MyIT website. We go back and then scroll down and go to below that. We've got our slider bar, which is the screen brightness. So you can toggle that up or down. Let's pop that back onto auto. And below that we've got our notifications. Up the top here we've got settings. You can click on settings and it will take us into a quick view of the settings. And if we go into our apps, and we'll take a look at the apps there. Now if you want to slide between your apps, you've actually got the button down here. You can actually slide between them quite quickly, and it gives you a little number there as well where you can see what page of apps you got up to. So if we go up the top here, we've got edit, and we can edit the layout of our apps. So if we wanted to press and hold and then move them around, we could move them around there. If we go back, we've also under here we've got a create folder. Now I've already created a few folders here, and it's added a little folder icon down the bottom here, but you can see in the folder it's unnamed at the moment. We could call it 123 MyIT if we wanted to, and you can even change the color of it as well. So let's say we were back here, we could just actually click on our folder menu and go into that, and we'll just have a quick look at the apps that are in here. So we've got our phone, contacts, messages, internet, video, music, camera, gallery. We've got the clock, S Planner, email, settings, my files, voice recorder, memo, calculator, S Voice, S Health, which we looked at earlier, chat on, and Samsung apps. And if we scroll across, we've got Google Chrome, Google Mail, Google Plus. We've got the Maps, Google Maps, Play music, Play books, Play books. We've got Play Newsstand, Play Games, Drive, YouTube, Photos, Play Store, Voice Search, Google Search, Hangouts, Google Settings, Dropbox, Flipboard, Smart Remote, Samsung Lite, and Line. So there's only really 3 pages of apps here, which come standard with the phone. However, if you wanted to add some more apps that normally would come standard on the other Samsung models, you can go into the settings button up the top here and go down to where it says Galaxy Essentials. Alright, and that will take you to this page here where you can see we've got the Samsung Gear Manager, we've got the Samsung Watch On app, we've also got the Samsung Gear Fit Manager, and a whole bunch of other apps. And if we go back up one last time to the settings button, underneath that we've got view as, we've got downloaded apps, so it will show you the apps that you've downloaded, and you can uninstall your apps if you need to. And the next one is hide apps, so you can actually hide some of the apps. Show disabled apps, which is actually not highlighted, so we haven't actually disabled any at this stage. So show hidden apps, so you can actually hide the apps there if you don't want them to appear within your apps menu. We look at the home button down the bottom here, and we press and hold, it will take us to Google now. And if we wanted to say, okay Google, what's the weather like in Sydney tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast for Sydney is 25 degrees and clear.
Okay, and if we go back to the home screen and we double press the home button, it'll bring up S Voice, and we can try speaking. What's the weather like in Sydney tomorrow?
Make sure you bring your sunglasses on Sunday.
Okay. And if we go back to the main screen and we press the settings button and click OK, you can see it shows us our last, it's kind of like a task manager, it shows us our last applications that we've opened, so the Google Now and the S-Voice. And if we want to close those apps, we can just swipe them out of the road to close them. So if we're going to go through and just have a look at the video here, and we'll play some video for you. And this is Chronicles of Riddick. And this will give you an example of the sound. The sound's quite good. Maybe not as good as some of the other phones available out there.
I've come to collect your head in a box.
So yet again, you play for blood.
This is a man who sees in the dark. So watch out for surprise attacks. What is it? Run it!
1 down. 3 down. You get where I'm going with this.
Again!
And if we take a look at the camera, now remember the camera is a 16 megapixel camera, and if we want to tap and hold to focus, and then we can just press our button here to take a picture. And if we have a look on the side here, we've also got, if we want to switch across to a video and record a video, pause or record, we can also do that. If we go stop, and down here we've got our camera settings, and we've got loads of different features in here, so you can change the size of the video. I'll just go through them real quick. So picture size, so you can go in here and change your picture size anywhere from 6 meg right up to 12 meg. You can put effects on there as well. Full HD, so you can do full HD video, and you can actually take it right up to 3840 by 2160, and all the way down to VGA, which is 640 by 480. We've got no effects on at the moment, but you can put in effects. I won't go through all of those. You can check that out. Metering modes, recording mode, flash on or off, picture stabilization, tap to take pics, timer off, video stabilization, face detection, selective focus, audio zoom, and HDR off or on. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is test out the IP76 certification, and so we're going to actually drop it in the water and see whether it's dust and waterproof. And if you have a look at the back bottom here, we make sure that we've got our USB port on here, because it has a little seal on the side inside of that. Alright, and we're going to just drop it in now. Probably also make sure that the cover is on the back properly before you attempt to do anything like this. But here it goes. So we'll turn it on and we'll drop it in, and there you can see it's in the water there. Alright, now you can leave it in this leave it in the water up to 30 minutes. The buttons, let's see if the buttons and the touch works. Touchscreen doesn't work, but the home button seems to work okay, and as you can see, still working fine. Now it can be left in a meter of water for up to 30 minutes, and the idea is that if you're doing like washing up or something like that and you accidentally drop your phone into the water, then you should be able to get it out, dry it off, and you should be good to go. Let's see if we can touch. So the touch screen seems to have gone a little bit, so we'll try drying it off and press it again, and there we go. So it's working again now. So if I had to recommend the model, I'd say it's a great model, and you know, having it water resistant is an extra bonus. I would say that the downside to having it water resistant is that the sound and the speakers probably aren't as good as what they could be, or aren't as good as some other models on the market. Okay, so that's pretty much it from me. If this was helpful, please leave a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.